YouTube Nation, Eagles Truth here with you. Man, Arizona fans, look, I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you. Me and my boy were right here, and I was laying it down. I was telling you, the only thing I was wrong about in my preview video, which granted came very, very, very late, literally the night before the game, was the score. I said it would be 27-24, 3-point game, Eagles win. And it was 24-21, 3-point game, Eagles win. So, I mean, I was very, very close to the score. But I said some things. I said that, one, it was a 3-point game. I was right about that. Most importantly thing, the Eagles won. I was right about that. I said that the Cardinals would be the last team to score a touchdown and everything to make it look closer than what it was. And they were the last team to score. Therefore, which they wouldn't have been the last team to score had Deshaun Jackson's punt return actually held up. But that's neither here nor there. So they were the last team to score to make it closer than what it appeared to be. So I was right about that. And I told you, look, you may hold our receivers in check. All right? I don't think Deshaun or Cooper's going to have a big day. But our tight ends, I said you give the fourth most fantasy points against tight ends, which maybe it went up by, maybe you're 1, 2, or 3 right now. I said our tight ends would have a big day. And our tight ends collectively caught 3 touchdown passes. Zach Ertz caught 2. Selleck caught another. And look, I tried telling you. See, I don't come on here just to talk shit. All right? I try to bring facts about it. It doesn't mean I'm always going to be right. Look, it's a sport. It's football. It's the NFL. Weird things happen. It's any given Sunday. I can be wrong. But I'm going to lay it down the line, and I'm going to talk from my head. See, it's stupid hate week shit. People just talk. And look, I try to bring it. I try to bring it as best as I can. All right. I think I think I would honestly be, a good contributor in these hate weeks in these hate week circles for the Eagles and everything. But I'm going to talk from my head. I said everything, and pretty much all of it came to fruition. There was a CT Coletown or whatever his name is and everything. Talking a whole bunch of shit. Like, the only way the Eagles are going to win is if they don't let us in the stadium. Blah, 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 blah. So, I said what I said in my preview video. Pretty much everything I said was correct. And now Cardinals fans want to bitch about the calls. Freaking things coming up. Want to bitch about the calls about the refs. Let me tell you something. And I wish I had more time to make this video because I would put a still shot of the holding play, which gave the Eagles a first down, therefore allowing us to round the clock. Because yeah, it was holding. The dude had the guy's thing. Now it was only for a second, but the tight end's trying to get out into his route. You're going like this. As you're coming after Nick Foles. You can't try to hold him, even if it is for a second, and bring him along to the quarterback with you. That's not fair. Okay? You have to make a decision. Come after Nick Foles. Foles dumps it over your head. First down. Or stay with him, and Foles runs it for a first down. You can't do both. All right? So yeah, that was a legit call. Now, I will admit, Nick Foles' interception was a little ticky-tacky. Was it holding? How strict do you want to be with these rules? If you want to be really strict, okay, maybe it was. All right? But it was a little ticky-tacky. I'm surprised they called it. Because I'm surprised they called that one and not the one to Cooper, where Cooper is going up, has the ball in his hands, or the ball's right there, and the guy's grabbing his arm. The ref was right there. Cooper's sitting there like he was grabbing my arm. Like, go watch the replay. It was a long, deep pass down the sideline to Cooper. How and unbelievably how that was not called. That would not have been a ticky-tack call. Ticky-tack call. That would not have been a ticky-tack call. That was very legitly pass interference. You can't just grab the guy's arms and force him to try to make a one-handed catch. All right? But we didn't get that call. The Eagles did not get that call. That benefited you because that was probably like a 30, 40, 50-yard play. Deshaun Jackson, punt return for a touchdown, would have ended it. Would have ended your little, it would have pretty much sealed the game. And while the ball was in the air, they're saying Kurt Coleman did something. Then how come the flag wasn't even thrown, wasn't even on the field, until Jackson was scooting on into the end zone? It wasn't even near Deshaun Jackson. Kurt Coleman didn't even have to do that. It mattered at nothing. It did not even matter towards the play whatsoever. So you caught a break there. So all this stupid shit about how and should it have been called? I don't know. That one I have to go see. I have not seen that to make a call either way on as far as an opinion on that. All right, I'm a little pissed about Kurt Coleman because you're not even starting for this team and you still find ways to fuck us over. Get him off the fucking team, please. Get him out of here. Anyway, but you're bitching about the refs. Blah, 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 blah. You know why? Because you guys were pumping up your chest too much. I told you in the preview video, you guys would pump up your chest way too damn much because you're on a 4-game winning streak. Against who? Who'd you beat in your 4 games? Atlanta? They're one of the worst teams in the league. Jacksonville? Again, one of the worst teams in the league. Who's the other one? I think Houston? One of the worst teams in the league. You beat the Colts. The Colts got blown out against the Rams the week before. They're obviously on a downspin, and Bruce Arians was their interim head coach. Don't you think he knows them a little bit? I'm not saying the Arizona Cardinals ain't a good team. Their offense is, but their defense is really good. Their defense is really good. Even in the preview video, I gave the defense respect. Freaking crying about now. I called out. See, I can't remember the Cool Town and everything. But one thing he did, unless he made a new video that I haven't seen or anything, I didn't see him. You know, now granted he was also a little tipsy and drunk off his ass, but I didn't see him blame the refs. At least he didn't do it. But all over the Cardinals message boards. Oh, we got robbed. Really? You guys lost the game. You deserved to lose the game. The Eagles outplayed you. Carson Palmer threw 2 interceptions, lost another fumble. You let our tight ends run wild. Was there some maybe ticky-tack calls against you? Yeah. Was there no calls against us? Yeah. It balanced out. Like I told you. 40, 50-some yard pass play. I don't know where Nick Foles threw it from and where Cooper tried to catch it from. I don't know. Maybe it was 38 yards. Maybe it was like 49 yards. I don't know what it was, but 40 to 50 yard pass play. I mean, the ball was right there. I mean, I think I could have made that catch. But no, grabbed his arm and, was... I think we punted on that play, I believe. I believe we punted on that drive. Not sure. But, that's 40, 50 yards. Right there. A little ticky-tack thing for Deshaun Jackson. Didn't even matter towards the play. Wiped out a TD. We did punt on that drive. Wiped out a touchdown. There was a play where the receiver caught it, and I do think it touched the ground. I do think that the ground helped make him secure that catch. So, honestly, that probably shouldn't have been a catch. Now, he should have caught it cleanly because he was open. Carson Palmer just threw a bad ball. But, yeah, that probably shouldn't have been a catch. So, we had bad calls against us, too. It was a really bad officiating game. Another talking about we're investigating something with, I still don't know what the hell that was. But, they must have picked a low-grade referee crew for our game or something. But we both had it. We both had bad calls. All right? I mean, you're lucky Chip Kelly tried to be a little too cute putting Brad Smith in there as like a wildcat. I'm sorry, Chip Kelly. You don't want to call it the wildcat play, but putting him in there as the quarterback and lining Nick Foles up as a receiver. I hate that. Absolutely hate that. Nick Foles is not going to catch a touchdown pass. If you're going to do something like that, just put Vic in, take Nick Foles off the field, Why waste a receiver spot? Ain't no one gonna. I mean, like, say you had like 3 receivers on the field. One of them was Nick Foles. Well, essentially, it's like you're taking a guy. It's like you're playing with 10 players instead of 11, because ain't no one gonna even worry about him. Why don't you take him out the field, put another receiver in that spot, so at least make more of a threat? I always hated that. Always hated that. Drove me fucking crazy. I remember when Vic would come in every now and then in 2009, and they'd line McNabb out as a receiver. It's like, who the fuck is it? Why would you do that? Why would you waste a spot on offense? Like, take McNabb off the field and put another receiver in if you're going to do that. Not that I want Nick Foles off the field. I don't. But if you are dead set on a play or two a game, putting Vic in, or putting a really mobile quarterback in to do something fancy, put Vic in. At least he's got the damn experience. At least he can throw. He's played quarterback as a starter in this league for many years. At least defenses will have to think, well, he could throw. You know, do that. Brad Smith. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I don't know why we're letting teams back in. I don't know why our offense sputters. Nick Foles did play poorly in the fourth quarter. Now again, it's against a really good defense. So I mean, you know, the other times we would let teams come back, I can't blame Foles because he wasn't part of the problem. We would just run, and when we did pass, sometimes it would be a completion. Most of the time, it's not like his passer rating in the fourth would just, oh no. Yesterday, it did look like he was struggling a little bit. But this letting teams get back in it is just pissing me off. I mean, what? It's like, usually, and we're one of the best teams. I don't know the stats on this. I'm just going by from an eye test, being an Eagles fan, watching the games. Our first drive in the third quarter, especially if we get the ball first, we usually always score a touchdown. But after our first drive of the third quarter, from then on, it's like, what the fuck? It's like, what the fuck? Once we get up 17, 20, 24 points, it's like we stop. And I know Chip Kelly, hell, I don't even got a single subscriber yet. I'm just starting out on this channel. But if Chip Kelly was somehow watching this video, dude, keep the pedal to the metal. Like, what the fuck? I would wait till it's like in the fourth quarter, and you got to reason it out. Like, when do we stop? When do we slow down? Because I would still hike the ball with 18 or 20 seconds left on the clock, even as late third quarter, even early third or fourth quarter, like 14, 13 minutes left. I wouldn't start slowing down and wasting the last second. Again, it depends on how much you're up by. But you got to judge it a lot better than what you've been doing. Because teams are getting right back into it. You're doing it way too damn early. Anyway, I'll make a preview video for the Lions, probably like Thursday or Friday. The Lions are a hard team to figure out. They're very bipolar. You don't know what team's going to show up. Their defense is not all that great. I'll tell you that right now. So I do expect the Eagles to be able to put up some points. So we might hit the 30s in this game, possibly maybe even the 40s. But you know, we shall see. We shall see. So yeah, I tried telling you Arizona. You know, this whole thing. Look, Eagles are a better team. They deserved to win that game. You weren't the only one that got bad calls in that game. We did too. And even one of them took a touchdown off the board for us. So it is what it is. Your team's too aggressive. So I told you. With the holds and the pass interferences, your team's too aggressive. Usually when you get that type of character on defense, it just, you get in trouble like that. So Kerry Williams does it for us because he's got that character, and he sometimes gets us pass interference. It's like, ah! So sometimes you play with too much of an edge. So I'm out. Good win, Eagles, and suck it, freaking Arizona.